Today, Tuesday, the 18th of November 2025, we have some handpick event to share with you, which of course will be backed up by stats and analytics to help you make your picks from the list to boost your winning. And of course, as a quick reminder, this coming weekend, we are preparing a very long list of match predictions that will comprise of 10 plus odd prediction games, 15 plus and even 20 plus odd with the best win rate which you can use at your advantage. And for you to have access to these features, then of course you want to make sure that you join membership level 2 Pro or level 3 Master to have access to these features to start taking your winning to the next level. And to those of you who are interested and wanted to join membership level 2 Pro or level 3 Master, then of course you want to make sure to go ahead to locate the join button beside the subscribe button and click on it. Follow the few steps to join membership to start to have access to these features. Or you can follow the link below this video to have this access by clicking and following the few steps to join membership. So without wasting time, let's look at some of the handpick events we have to share with you today. Looking at the first event, we are looking at Czech Republic in the U19 League, Ostrava U19 against Plzen U19. In this event, the recent performance of the home team Ostrava have proved to be very amazing. They had a game against Slovakia, they lead by 3 against 1. Liberec, they lead 3 against 2. Slava Prague 5 against 1, and Hadrek 4 against 3. If we look at that of Plzen, on the other hand, they have proved to have a weak defensive lineup where they concede 3 against Plzen, and that is they concede 3 against Liberec and 6 against Hadrek Kralov. Also, the home team Ostrava have also recently had game with Liberec and also Plzen. They were able to beat Liberec and Plzen. And you could see here, the home team played against Liberec. As you can see, they beat Liberec 3 against 2. And also against Hadrek, they lead 4 against 3. But Hadrek was able to beat Plzen up to 6 against 1. And Liberec, Ostrava, as you can see here, Liberec was able to beat Plzen high amount of goals as well, as you can see here. Liberec and Plzen, you can see 3 goals. If Liberec is able to beat Plzen 3-0, for which the home is able to beat this Liberec, then there is still a possible chance for Ostrava to lead against Plzen, as well as the probability of goals. And we are getting our goals here in the fact that they had a game against Hadrek and have almost equal strength. The same Hadrek have game with the away team Plzen and beat it up to 6 goals against 1. The same way Liberec lead against Plzen 3-0, but the home team was able to beat Liberec 3-2. Then there is still a possible chance also of goal probability. And we can see this based on stands. If we look at the fact that Ostrava at home have proved to have amazing stand, sitting on the second place, they recently had 5 games with 5 lead, scoring 17, conceding 8, great offensive strength and better defense. But if we look at that of Plzen, on the other hand, they have proved that its defensive line is very weak, conceding 17 goals in just 5 game play, but they have scored only 6. Given the fact that the defensive line of Plzen is very weak and ready to concede. And since the home have a very high striking power in terms of offense, it will take advantage of the weak defense of the way. So we're expecting more shoot on and off target, especially by the home. As a result, we want to look at 2 major picks in this event in full time. For this particular event, we're expecting major pick number 1, 1.5 goal in full time. Major pick number 2, 2.5 goals in full time. Even though we want to also expect the home to lead, but goal probability is our major pick here. 1.5 goal in full time or 2.5 goals in this event in full time. Our next pick is going to be in the Europe U19, that is Euro U19 qualification. It is the first stage in the 3rd round of this tournament. We're looking at Scotland U19 against England U19. First, I will share with you some stats here. The recent event, which the home team, Scotland, had against Lithuania, they had a lose 2 against 1. And against Latvia, they have equal strength. This same Lithuania and Latvia have also recently had event with away England, but England lead a very high amount of goal. First is the event which England had against Latvia. They lead by up to 7 goals. But the home team Scotland have recently had event with Latvia, but Latvia was able to lead Scotland, as you can see here. That is almost of equal strength. If Latvia have equal strength with Scotland, but England was able to beat Latvia up to 7 goals, then this still point to the probability of goals that there will be goals in this event. And secondly, if the home team Scotland have a lose 2 goals against 1 with Lithuania, but England was able to beat Lithuania, as you can see here, was able to beat Lithuania up to 2 goals against 0. Then we still look at the probability of the fact that there will be goals in this event. And also at the same time, we're looking at England to be the upper hand, since it can lead against Lithuania and can lead against Latvia up to 7 goals. Then there is still a possible chance of the fact that if Scotland could have a lose against Lithuania, for which England was able to beat Lithuania 2-0, and also have equal strength with Latvia, for which England was able to beat Latvia 7 goals against 0, then we still want to look at the probability of the fact that England is also going to lead again in this event. And we can see, based on the stands, England have proved that they are the one toppling the table. Recently, they have just had 2 games, all the 2 leads, scoring 9, conceding 0. That is, they have an average goal score rate of about 4 goals in each game played, and the defensive line is very tight. They are very amazing in defense. But Scotland, on the other hand, have a defensive line that they are able to concede at least 2 goals in each game played, but the offense is just average. So we look at the fact that Scotland have the upper hand to lead, and we also look at more shoot on and off target by Scotland. So we want to expect 2 major picks in this event in full time. For this particular event, we want to expect the probability of 1.5 go in full time, 2.5 go in full time, and even the away team to lead this event in full time. Looking at the next, we look in the Europe World Cup qualification, Belgium against Liechtenstein. That is Liechtenstein. In this event, Belgium have proved to be very amazing. I'll use 2 events of strength comparison. The game Belgium had against Kazakhstan, where they proved to be of equal strength. And they also had the game against Wales. They proved to beat Wales 4-2. This same Kazakhstan and Wales have also had event with the away team. And you can see here, this is it here. Wales had an event with the away team, and of course they had a lose. And they also play against Kazakhstan. They still had a lose up to 4 goals against 0. And against Wales 1-0. Now, what we want to see here is the fact that if Kazakhstan is able to beat Liechtenstein, that is the away team, up to how many goals? You can see if they are able to beat it up to 4 goals, but Belgium, the home team, was able to have equal strength with Kazakhstan, then there is still a possible chance for the home team Belgium to lead against Liechtenstein, and also the probable chance of goals. The next is the fact that if Belgium is able to beat Wales up to 4 goals against 2, but Wales prove here that they were able to beat Liechtenstein, then there is still a possible chance of still the home team to lead against the away team, and still a possible chance of goals to occur here. And if we check now the stands in terms of the most recent event they've had, what we are going to see is that Belgium is very amazing. They sit on the first place. They recently had 7 games, 4 wins, 3 draw, scoring 22, conceding 7. That's an average of about 3 goals scored in each game played. But the opponent have proved to have a defensive line that is very weak, conceding about 3 to 4 goals in each game played, giving advantage for the fact that Belgium with the high offense will have the probable chance to score more goals here. So we expect more shoot on and off target by Belgium, and therefore we expect 2 major picks in this event in full time. For this particular event, we're expecting major pick number 1, the probability of the home team to have a lead in this event. Major pick number 2, we are looking at goal probability, 1.5 go in full time, and even 2.5 go to occur in this match as well in full time. Looking at the next here, we want to look at NBA. This is in the basketball. We're looking at NBA, that is USA NBA. We're looking at Detroit Pistons against Indiana Pacers. In this event, the home team Detroit have proved to be very amazing. In nearly all the events they have recently had have resulted to a straight lead. Against Philadelphia, they had a lead. Chicago Bulls, they had a lead. Washington Wizards, they had a lead. Utah Jazz, they also have a lead. And against Dallas Maverick, where they also had a lead. Now, what I want to use as a point strength of comparison is the recent event the away team Indiana Pacers have had against Utah Jazz and also against Dallas Maverick. First is the recent event they have just had with Utah Jazz. You can see that Utah Jazz is able to beat Indiana Pacers 152-128. But this Utah Jazz was beaten by the home team, that is Detroit Pistons, was able to beat Utah Jazz up to 114-103. If Detroit is able to beat Utah Jazz up to 114-103, for which Utah Jazz is able to beat Indiana Pacers by up to 153, then there is still a possible chance for the home Detroit Pistons to lead against Pacers. And secondly, the recent event they had against Dallas Maverick, where they still had a lead. But the way also had a game also against Dallas Maverick, they still had a lose here, giving advantage for the home to take the lead. And the odd here for the straight lead is 1.24 for the home Detroit Pistons to lead in this event. So we are expecting 2 major picks in this event in full time. For this particular event, everything been pointing at the fact that the home is the favorite, giving it to take a straight lead in this event in full time. Well, secondly, looking at the fact that the home is going to score at least 110 or 109.5 goals in full time, and even 110 to 115 goals in full time. This is as a result of the fact that if they could have a game against Utah Jazz, the away team had a game against Utah Jazz, and Utah Jazz was able to score up to 152 goals against the away team. Then the home team was able to beat Utah Jazz, which was able to score 152 against the away team. Then there is still a possible chance for the home to score even more goals. So we want to look at a range limit of between 110 to 115 goals scored by the home team as a second option in this event in full time. In the next, we are looking at in the friendly international. We are looking at Japan against Bolivia. In this event, the home team Japan have proved in recent event that they have been amazing. Having a game in the friendly international, as you can see here, against Ghana, they lead by 2-0. Against Brazil, they had a lead by 3 against 2. Paraguay, they had a lead. USA, they had a two goal conceded, and Mexico, they had equal strength. This proved that the home team is very amazing. But if we look at that of the away, they have proved to concede very much against South Korea, against Russia 3-0, South Korea 2-0, and of course, they have proved that the defensive line in the most recent event they have just had have proved that the defense is not that very tight. If we looked based on the stand performance in terms of these by the home team, recent event have proved that they are better. So we're expecting a straight lead from Japan against Bolivia. The odd for this is going to be 1.19. So we're expecting the home team to be the upper hand to lead in this event in full time. Looking at the next, we want to look still in the friendly international, but this time Brazil and Tunisia. In this event, the home Brazil have proved to have great offensive lineup where they have had a straight lead against Senegal. They were able to have equal strength against, as you can see, Japan, and they beat South Korea up to 5. But the away team Tunisia have had event with with teams that are not as tough as compared to that of the home, where they have almost equal strength with Jordan. They had an equal strength with Mauritania and against Namibia. These are teams that are not as tough as compared to Senegal, Japan, and South Korea. So we're expecting the fact that Brazil will take advantage of Tunisia, being the fact that they have bigger strength as compared to the away team. You can see the head-to-head they had very far ago, the home Brazil lead by 5. But this time, the odd is 1.29 for Brazil to lead. So I want to still look at Brazil to either lead or to give it a double chance for this event. But we are going to focus more on the first 4 games we have just shared. So we expect 2 major picks here. For this event, we're expecting the home team to take the lead. But the first 4 events we have shared are the best on this list. You can focus more on the first 4 games we have shared. And those of you who want to see even more games, especially for this upcoming weekend, which we are preparing long list to share to our members only, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we want to have also long bet slips, which we are going to be preparing for, that will run for the weekend for you to take advantage of it, to form your baseline slip from it, to maximize and boost win, as well as at the same time having the strategy we are going to give you to also follow some of this event live to make other amazing wins. Then you want to make sure to join membership, level 2 Pro or level 3 Master, to have access to these features.